All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIA. Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
51 to Mike.
X3. 218, chopper.
What you got? What you got?
5.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ready up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Topper.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Check the backer. Alert flare.
Let go.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Army. Check 37.
They go jet sweep here with Chark. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Got it.
51, Mike 51. I got you, punk.
Shoot.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Ready. Look, 80.
56 is the mark. Go. Go. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Slam, slam, slam.
Ready.
On first down, Taylor. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
20.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Look, 80.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
First down, Colts.
50.
180.
Right there, 56.
Stay with your man.
Taylor. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit him so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Mike 56, Mike 56. Here it comes, here it comes. Say 8. Say 8.
Gun.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42.
A gain of 15.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 9, Newton being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Gun.
Check girls, check girls.
Third and long. It's Newton. Complete to Hilton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23.
First down, Indianapolis.
Here we go. 180.
Check 56.
Hey!
Sponge. No.
20.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Newton. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Newton takes it himself. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
On 4th down, it's Collins. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he takes it in for a Colts score. In for the score, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Ready.
53 is the mic. Here we go.
Fournette running out of the gun. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On the ready.
Mike 29.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Go. Deep rip.
Minshew throwing on third down. Looking long for Westbrook. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run with Taylor. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really the offensive line not helping him much. And the catch made by Hilton. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
20. Gun.
Check 50.
Now it's Newton. He finds Taylor, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
58. Check.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton. Caught left side by Hilton. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. You got nothing. You got nothing.
Great, great.
56. Mike's 50.
Again, Newton. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
And 3 yards to go.
That's it. Right at 8.
Mike 50.
And watch that. And watch the ball. 8. 8.
Should use the mic. Should use the mic. Here we go, team.
Great, great, great.
Hayward. 36.
20.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
To the air again, Newton. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
And the Colts first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
What's that? Like 80.
6, right there. 56.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
20.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They come out here in the I. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
8.
Check 3. 56 to Mike.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On first down, Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Whip, whip, whip. Watch the whip. Now.
They'll run with Fournette. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get it.
On 2nd and 7, Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Mike 29.
Bring it.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Hit it.
Out of the gun is Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 26. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Fournette. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
61. Matchbox lights.
Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Let's go.
Again, it's Fournette. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Second and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a second and 2 now from the 33.
Gun.
Newton now to throw. Forced it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
You can't block me. Hey, switch gears.
Newton on third down. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Mike, that's it. 388. Check Mike.
On first down, it's Newton. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let him know.
Here's Newton. For the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
On first and 10, Newton. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, it's Taylor.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Great.
Check, 59, 59.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Hey, we got to get this stop here.
From the gun, here's Newton. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Set 1-8. Set 1-8. Hey!
Check 26. Check 31.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
They'll run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Now Fournette. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 50-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 33.
That's another Jaguars 1st down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Watch the run. Get it.
This is Fournette. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
53, Mike.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
Hit it.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Minshew. He completes it to Westbrook. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 18. Move those chains. That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On 2nd and 9. Newton. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Looking deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Minshew. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
59 Mike, check, 59.
Now Newton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Now it's Newton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be taken at the 10. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Down. 50. Plant. Don't say nothing.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Intended for D.D. Westbrook. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Tight left. Out. 3 down. Out.
Hey, Foxtrot.
29 is Mike. Mike 29.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook.
Complete to D.D. Westbrook. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They will look for some important yardage on third down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot.
Ready.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Third down pass. Intended for D.D. Westbrook. Incomplete. Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. This from long, very long range. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
Switch.
From the 50, Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They've got the jumbo set out there, a huge play in this overtime session. It's 3rd and inches. And Newton's going to keep it.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. The give to Taylor. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
He's scared.
Under 10. Under 10. 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
You got it.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Gun.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Ready? Check 3. Check 3.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Great.
That's it. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the screen.
They snap it to Newton. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort, but on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the 1st.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Taylor. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mike, watch the out. Watch the out.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
Great.
Mike 56. I'm coming after you. Mike 56. Mike 56.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. A partner